TT, a good setup is essential. Great tyres, hugely important, and horsepower, well, all important. But two-wheel drive and knobbly tyres? Not really, unless of course you're Ian Hutchinson. He kind of went off-route a bit during the Superbike race. Unluckily for him, and very good news for all of you at home, we caught all of it on his on-board camera. So we sent James along to find out why things have gone, well, a little off track in more ways than one this week.
Well, Ian, it's not been the best of TTs for you so far, has it?
No, I mean the 600's been what probably could be classed as a disaster this fortnight,
Yeah.
and you know, I've won the majority of my races on the 600 here, so it's been disappointing. And today we managed to get 2 miles on it, you know, so yeah, it's not been great.
However, there has been light-hearted moments in your TT14. We got our camera back from your bike from the Superbike race on Saturday, and that's funny. You pulled off the track at Milltown just before Ramsey, and then go and explain what happened.
There's not much hiding from people these days. It's I feel a little bit bad in some respects that I am normally very mechanically sympathetic on a motorcycle that's got a problem, but when you're breaking down quite a lot, I don't want to be stuck out there. And you know, that race I was probably at the furthest point away over at Ramsey. I couldn't have beared to just sat there and watch the whole race finish, so I pulled off and presumed that if I just followed this quite big tarmac, you know, side road, that I would end up somewhere in Ramsey and I could make my way back on the
coast road.
Yeah. So I set off down this quite wide, big tarmac road, and
It turned into a smaller road.
A smaller road, and then into a single track road, and then into a gravel road. At which point I thought, no problem. We're obviously just going to have a little bit of gravel, and then I'm in Ramsey. And then it turned into a grass field. I thought I've maybe gone a bit too far with this now.
But you kept going.
So I seen a little bit of a path, so I thought maybe it's just one field and then I'm back into Ramsey. So I went through the field and then I was in the middle of a wood thinking, what on earth's going on? I'm in a wood on me, I'm a Superbike doing some Dougie Lampkin trialsing. So eventually came to the end of the tunnel and back out onto a bit of tarmac.
But there's one piece where you're on like a little ginnel back onto a residential street, and a van comes past, sees you, reverses back, and then the guy's leaning out the window. What was he saying?
He said to me, "Oh, do you know how to get out of here?" Funnily enough. And I said, "You've got no chance in that thing." So yeah, I had to go that way because I wanted to do a U-turn around the fence, but I couldn't steer it, so I went that way to back it back off, and then someone else came up asking me if I needed directions, but I was too impatient to wait for him. He was going to show me the way to Ramsey, but I was set off by the time he got on his bike. Then once I knew where I was, I knew I could get back on the coast road. And nice, that was quite a pleasant little countryside ride over the coast road, to be honest.
But it was, and do you know what I think people were thinking? Look at that.
Yeah, I pulled alongside a few bikes and got some strange looks, got down onto Douglas Prom. And the little junction there, I didn't want to rev it because the engine wasn't very healthy.
Yeah.
And I stalled it, so that was nearly the end of the run there. I was trying to start it again on the prom. I thought it's probably more embarrassing asking him to come and collect me from the prom when I broke down in Ramsey.
Then you got it fired up, then you got it back. We've seen you come into the team awning. So what I'm thinking is, obviously you're a professional bike racer, but at some point there is, I think, a secondary career there. Has maybe bike adventure holidays, maybe bus tours.
It could be a new thing of riding race bikes off-road, maybe, yeah.
Slick tyres, 220 horsepower.
Yeah, a bit of an in-between supermoto thing.
I'll book on.